Hi, I'm Ecorin. I'm a spirit of our home, the planet Earth. Did you know that the Earth is facing a serious problem? The CO2 produced in the course of our daily lives is raising the temperature of the Earth, causing global warming. The water level of the oceans rise, severe torrential downpours occur, and a whole host of other natural disasters result from it. What can we do to make the Earth a better place to live in? The solution lies in reducing waste. So now, let me tell you a little about recyclables and garbage in Komaki. Ecorin's garbage separation and disposal basics.
Let's take a look at how much garbage the average Komaki household produces. As the population steadily increases, so too does the amount of garbage produced. However, in the past few years, the figures have started to level off. In 2006, the amount of garbage produced added up to 39,341 tons. That comes out to 108 tons of garbage a day, enough to fill 54 garbage trucks.
Every day, an astonishing amount of garbage arrived at the Eco Center. In order to dispose all of this garbage, the incinerator runs day and night. We all must do our part to help reduce the amount of garbage by limiting what we throw away. That's where the 3 R's come in. Do you know what the 3 R's are? The 3 R's stand for Number 1, reduce, as in reducing the amount of garbage you throw away.
Bring your own shopping bag when you go shopping and say no when a plastic bag is offered to you. Use products that can be refilled. Use kitchen waste for compost.
Did you know that each of us uses about 300 plastic shopping bags per year? In fact, 2 tablespoons of oil are needed to produce a single plastic bag. Not asking for them helps to reduce the amount of garbage produced. Number 2, reuse, as in using something over instead of buying something new.
Don't be wasteful. When something breaks, try repairing it rather than throwing it away. Give away things you don't need anymore to someone who wants it, or sell them at the flea market.
Number 3, recycle, as in recycle all things to make something new.
Separate recyclables and garbage before putting them out for collection. Recyclables can be broken down into raw materials and then made into new products.
These 3 ideas make up the 3 R's. Reducing the amount of garbage sounds like a big job, but we need everyone to pitch in to make a difference. So now let's meet someone who is doing their part to limit the amount of garbage they throw away.
Yoshiko Yamada, a Komaki housewife, has come up with several ways to reduce the amount of household garbage. Get organized and set up garbage cans for each category of item. Use a separate bag for collecting used papers. Take time to find out the proper category before throwing things away. Give away old clothes or make them into household cleaning rags. Use old towels as dust rags. Use kitchen waste to make compost, which can be used as fertilizer in the garden. Use it as potting soil for growing vegetables. By properly separating waste paper and turning kitchen waste into compost, the size of the garbage bags for burnables is reduced to 10 little bags. Let's see other tips that we can learn from Mrs. Yamada. Reduce. Bring your own shopping bag and ask yourself, do I really need this? Before making a purchase. Don't take freebies you don't need and ask the shop clerk to use as little wrapping material as possible. Reuse. Make sure to use up what you started to use and have broken items repaired. Take part in flea market. Don't be shown by Mrs. Yamada in reducing garbage output. Let's all do our best to cut down the amount of garbage we produce.
Let's all learn how garbage is divided. In Komaki City, garbage is sorted into 4 main categories for collection: recyclables, burnable garbage, non-burnable garbage, and bulk garbage.
Recyclables. There are several different categories for recyclables, so make sure that each item has been properly separated into the appropriate category before it is put out for collection. Plastic containers and packaging. This includes any product that comes in a plastic container or packaging. Anything with the plastics symbol on the package falls under this category. Bottles include empty plastic containers of sauce, detergent, medicine, and cosmetics. Plastic bag and wrappers include plastic shopping bag, snack wrappers, and plastic wrap in general. Cups include instant noodle cups and egg cartoons. Trays include the styrofoam trays used for fish, meat, fruits, and vegetables, and convenience store lunch boxes. Others include plastic lid, styrofoam, and nets used for fruits. Plastic items should be emptied and rinsed with water, placed in recyclable bag, and taken to a designated recyclables collection point. Look out for the plastic symbol. Remember to double check for the plastic symbol on every item before you throw it away. Recycled plastic is used to make these types of products.
Okay, now it's time for some frequently asked questions. How clean does the container need to be before thrown away?
For tray and other containers, please make sure that there is nothing left inside the container and then rinse it out with water. Tubes with only this much left inside don't need to be rinsed out.
Common mistakes. These kinds of plastics are not considered plastic containers and packaging. Use the red non-burnable bag for these items. Also, make sure lighters are empty before throwing them away.
Glass bottles. Glass bottles include liquor bottles, beverage bottles, cosmetic bottles, and other glass bottles. Please return any returnable beer or sake bottles to the retail store. When disposing of glass bottles, remove the cap, rinse out with water, place it in the recyclable bag, and dispose at the designated recyclables collection point. Recycled glass bottles are used to make these kinds of products. Empty cans. This category includes empty aluminum and steel cans used for a food beverage. Please do not put cigarette butts into empty cans. Note that cans used for non-food items fall under the metals category. When disposing of empty cans, rinse with water without crushing. Place them in the recyclable bag and dispose at the designated recyclables collection point. Recycled cans are used to make this kind of products. Metals. Item like this made of metal falls under this category. However, if either the length or width exceeds 60 centimeters, it is considered as bulk garbage. Metal items should be placed in a recyclable bag and disposed at a designated recyclable collection point. For aerosol cans, completely empty the contents. Remove the spray nozzle and pierce a hole in the can before placing in the recyclable bag. Be aware that cans can explode and start a fire unless fully emptied. Recycled metals are used to make these kinds of products.
Time for some FAQs. Then what about a vacuum cleaner?
The main unit contained in the motor falls under metals. The hose and other parts should be put out as non-burnables.
What about microwaves, ovens, and gas stoves?
Items with each side under 60 centimeters are treated as metals, while anything exceeding 60 centimeters in dimensions is considered bulk garbage. Always remember to remove any batteries or gas cartridge. PET bottles. PET bottles include plastic bottles used for drinks, alcohol, and soy sauce. However, empty bottles of sauce, cooking oil, and other non-food items such as detergent fall under the category of plastic containers and packaging. For PET bottles, remove the cap, rinse with water, and crush before placing into recyclable bag and dispose at the designated recyclables collection point. Recycled PET bottles are used to make this kind of products. Waste paper. This category includes newspaper, magazines, cardboard boxes, paper beverage cartons, and used paper products. As you can see, there are various types of used papers. Waste paper is often mistakenly mixed with burnables, so make sure that it is separated correctly. Note that envelopes with any adhesive attached, paper coated in plastic, and paper cups should be regarded as burnable garbage. For disposal, items should be stacked and bundled according to type. Any items that can be bundled should be placed in paper bag and disposed of along with other waste paper items at a designated recyclables collection point. Paper beverage cartons should be rinsed with water, dried, and then cut open before disposal. Recycled paper is used to make these types of products. Used fabric. This category consists of all the articles of clothing for the most part. Be sure to wash everything before you discard it. Types of used fabrics items are shown in the list. Please, however, avoid discarding any wet, torn, excessively dirty, or foul-smelling items. Cotton-filled bedding and clothing items, carpeting, and stuffed animals are not considered fabric items. Fabric items should be washed, placed into recyclable bag and disposed at a designated recyclables collection point. Recycled fabrics can be used to make these kinds of products.